support. Sam, is it fair to say that since we are in God's image, that we are a Trinity, and that we are the mind, the Father, the body, Jesus, and Spirit, Holy Spirit, just without the power of God? What are your thoughts, Sam?
No, that's modalism. And I'll give you a better analogy. Okay. No, because the Trinity is not that there's one person appearing in three different modes. In this analogy, you're still one person who has a body and a soul and a spirit. If you want a better analogy, go to Genesis 1, 26, 27. And I can't elaborate this point, but I have sessions on it, where when God says, let us make man in our image, in our likeness, if you pay attention to the language, the Adam that he makes is more than one person. Because in Genesis 1, 26, 27, and Genesis 5, verse 1 to 2, it says that Adam that he made is male and female. And then in Genesis 5, 2, it says, and he called their name, both of them, Adam. That's the Hebrew. And in the King James Bible, the King of Translation says, and he called their name Adam. Now note, two different distinct physical bodies, two different distinct physical genders, two different distinct physical persons. Both of them are Adam, one, and both of them are one flesh. When he quoted Deuteronomy 6:4, hear Israel, Shema Yisrael, Yahuwah, Eloheinu, Yahuwah Echad. The word Echad is also used in Genesis 2:24, that when Eve was made from the flesh and bone of Adam, he goes, this is now flesh of my flesh, bone of my bones. She will be called woman, Isha, because she came out of man. And for this reason, a man shall leave his father and mother and cling to his wife, and the two will become basar echad, one flesh. But obviously, they're not one person. They're not the same gender. It's not the same physical body. Being distinct, still together, they form a unity of one. And Jesus says in Matthew 19:6, therefore, what God has brought together, let no man separate. And he says they're no longer two. That is a more befitting analogy of the Trinity. And that Adam is more than one person with the same nature, and together they are one flesh, a reflection of the one God being more than one person of the same nature, and therefore one God. That's the analogy, not you, body, soul, and spirit, which is modalism.
Very good. I think that's important too, because a lot of Trinitarians accidentally or unintentionally use the modalist analogy there. So good stuff. Daniel, let's give you a little bit of time here. If you'd like to engage, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, that'll be opening up an entirely new different box for.
Yeah, that's true. Perhaps we should just move on to the next so we can wrap it up.
Yeah.
I'll get one for you. You know what? Let's just maybe